Hello, hello. It's Carm Taglia with Top 3 Roofers. And today we're going to have on Marlene Segura. She's with OnTop Roofing Support. And today we are going to be talking about the real problems behind roofing companies with cash flow and the back end operations and everything of that nature. I mean, just to give you a little bit of background on Marlene without going into a long, boring history, she's a roofing back office operations specialist. She's the founder of her company, OnTop Roof Support. She's a woman in roofing, which is a big deal, as you can see in a male-dominated roofing and construction. And she works directly like inside with these roofing companies. She's not a coach. She's not like some fake guru. Like she has actually been doing this for the last 10 years, getting this stuff done. And we're going to focus on cash flow, job costing, systems, and operational structure of your business to make it a better business. Her bread and butter, she helps contractors scale from the low 2 million to the 5 million and helps cut through all that chaos. She has experience across retail, insurance restoration workflows, and she's known for like fixing the invisible problems, the invisible unknowns that kill your profitability, which ultimately kill your business. So enough of me talking. Let's say hello to Marlene and let's start talking about, you know, you work inside a lot of roofing companies, right, Marlene? So like, what's the biggest mistake you see, even, companies that look successful on paper, like what is their real problem?
Hi, Carm. First of all, let me thank you for having me on your podcast. I'm
Yeah.
truly honored, very excited, and I want to congratulate you on having this platform so we could talk about real things that roofers come across. So
All
thank you
right.
for
Thank
having
you.
me.
Thanks for being on.
Yeah. So the problems that I found that these roofers encounter is they know how to sell. They after that they pretty much don't know much. They don't know how their back office operates, and it's usually a one-man show running these offices. So everything is memory based and they have no systems in place. So when they start scaling, because they're very good at selling, we have to give it.
Yeah.
But then everything falls apart because it's just a one-man show and everything relies on memory. So
Yeah.
I've created OnTop Roof Support to just come in, fix their operations. Let's get you selling out there. I need you selling. Let me handle your back office and get you scaled correct, get you running the right way so you could actually scale.
Beautiful. It's like what are like some of the things like they hit like right out of the gate? Like what's this the same problem you see every single roofer encountering like over and over and over again?
So the problem that I see them encountering over and over again is cash flow. They're confusing revenue with cash flow. It's not the same thing. No. Revenue is the numbers that you're projecting. It's the numbers that you've sold. Your cash flow is the money that's actually hitting your bank. It's the money that you actually have there.
Yeah. And I mean, if they don't have the systems, right, they probably don't know that until the end of the year when they take everything to their accountant. Because if it's not like directly in front of you, right? If you don't have you're working off post-it notes and cocktail napkins, right? Like that's crazy. Because at the end of the year, great. We did 5 million in roofs, but we made $20,000 in the bank versus we should have had 2 million in the bank or whatever,
Isn't that sad? Isn't that horrible? They don't know how much money they have. And while they're building these jobs, they're like, okay, we sold this job for $100,000. But during the course of construction, so many things went wrong because they didn't have it under control. They didn't have their operations or their systems in place. They couldn't catch it on the front end. So they're catching it at the end of the year when they're with their accountant. I can't go back to a homeowner and tell them, hey, I misquoted you. You owe me money. Or we did
get
an
another
extra.
10% out of that, right? Or cut me a check.
You can't do that. So that's it. They bled out cash. So that's what they encounter.
So why do you think that is? Do you think it's, I mean, obviously not having the system, but is it because they're so worried about putting out like a commercial bid or something like that to actually get the job that they'll do anything to get the job. But then once they get there, it's like, I didn't make any money off of them. Washing money.
1,000%. They just want to sell. They just want to sell. They want to outbid the other person. They want to throw in extra scope items with that. And it's mostly the sales guys. They just want to get paid. So they're forgetting that, okay, not every job that we sell is profitable. Not every job is a good job. Some of them, they need trust work. You're not a GC, you're a roofer. So they'll sell it. Hey, yeah, I could do your trust work. And now we have to find a GC that's extra money. So yeah, the problem is that they're so desperate to sell.
Yeah. That's a It's like a bleak situation. It's because it's competitive out there. I mean, it's not like roofing is not competitive. Plus, you have all private equity coming in, steering things up. You have tariffs driving the price of steel and all construction materials, even if it's not steel, and that's
Mhm.
getting driven up. So I guess the question would be like, how are you coming in and fixing that, like right out of the gate?
First of all, with the sales portion, I don't deal with the sales portion. What I could do is I could advise you, hey guys, these are things to look out for. You need to train your staff. You need to train your sales guys. You need to educate them a little bit, just invest a little bit more time with them, not just throw them out. Hey, give them a crash course on this is roofing and throw them out there, go sell. They don't know what they're doing. Just train them a little bit.
Does it come down to the estimation too, like of the jobs? Do you think the estimators kind of like lowballing these estimates just to get the job, or is it
Of course, everyone's lowballing without thinking of the actual cost. Another thing is it's so competitive. So I gave you an estimate maybe 3 months ago. You follow up on those leads because we're trying to get the contract. By the time that roof is about to get put on, prices have already gone up.
yeah,
So a job that maybe 3 months ago was profitable, barely. Now, when you're putting on the roof, it's not because of
yeah.
the pricing.
Like, how do you deal with that? Like, how do you pad that in, especially for insurance work? I mean, you don't know. Sometimes the insurance company they drag their feet, especially on commercial jobs. I mean, they're really dragging their feet on those. Is that an issue?
Yeah, the insurance is making it very tough for us. But what the way we handle that is just following up constantly with these insurance companies so they could go ahead and release these payments in a timely fashion. So so it doesn't get dragged out so much. Also, you have to let your clients know that this estimate is only valid for X amount of time and you have to stick to it. If you gave a homeowner an estimate or a commercial estimate, hey, it's only valid for 30 days. After 30 days, we need to go back to the sitting board and let's take down these numbers.
Yeah. Yeah, let's talk a little bit about that, like cash flow and like actually, getting the money in the kitty after you sell the job. Like, what's the issues that they encounter with cash flow?
Cash flow is tricky. They do this a lot. I've encountered this no deposit up front. So the contractor now becomes a bank. The contractor is now fronting all the cash, meaning you're paying your crews, you're paying your supply house, you're paying your commissions off of this, right? You're paying your sales guys, and then you're the last one to get paid. But if you don't have a structure and you don't have follow ups and you don't have a system, you're going to get paid maybe in 90 days. That's 90 days that you've been fronting this money. So your cash flow, you might be short on payroll.
You got free bank at that point, right? Yeah, you could be short on payroll. I mean, that's seems to me that's like an easy way to banko your company.
And I've seen it. And I've seen it. I've seen it happen. I've seen very successful companies, huge guys in the market, and all of a sudden they're struggling. Where's my money? I don't think I'm going to be able to make payroll this week. That's bad. And it's because their money's cut up. It's caught up and nobody's following up with the billing, when the invoicing, nobody's following up because they're too busy out selling that they're forgetting about all the other processes.
So how did they alleviate that? I mean, you go out and get them like a line of credit that they can float things. Do you say, hey, we can't operate like this. You got to take a deposit up front. Like, what's the answer to that?
No, definitely not. You have to create systems. You have to start, you know, you have to collect the deposit. You cannot build. I'm a strong advocate that you cannot build without a deposit. Whoever tells me that, I'm going to see them in a year and they're going to be bankrupt. No, you need to build with deposits. You have to set up weekly check-ins. You have to follow up weekly with your invoicing with the AR.
So deposits, and then like what's after the deposit? Like, I mean, I guess for like commercial jobs that go on and on and on, do you like split it up like another like 50 down and then 20 20 10, or like how does that work for like
Well, it
commercial
just
and residential
it just
jobs?
depends on what that contractor has, but they definitely need a deposit. And if it's a commercial job, definitely they need to be following up. So if they have it set up, whatever their agreement is, if they're doing the 2020 10, you just need to have someone there constantly remembering to do it. You can't have a one-man show. You can't live off of a post-it and think you're going to remember. You have multiple builds going on, but you have this one commercial that's been there for a couple weeks now. You're not going to remember because you're
You know,
busy selling, or you're busy doing other things, or you're busy answering phone calls from.
yeah,
So definitely you need to have a system in place that, hey, wait, this needs to be done. We need to collect. We need to collect this deposit. We need to collect the second payment, the third, or the fourth. So that's what it is. It's just systems. And I see on time and time again, many roofers don't have systems.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, a lot of companies don't have systems, and I feel like now it's easier now more than ever to have like build out Chat GPT or Claude or these AIs to systemize and standardize things. Like I think people really need to play that up to their advantage, because now it's like there's really no excuse. I mean, with the AI nowadays, it should be able to take like somebody like you that knows these systems, and you can like boom, really build them out for every.
Yes, I'm a strong advocate of AI. I love it. It really does cut down your work time in half. It frees you up, and it creates a system for you, and you just have to follow up with it. You don't have to necessarily continue to hire in chaos. I've seen that one. People are just hiring in chaos, and let's bring in more staff. More staff isn't going to fix your problem that you have.
Yeah, more staff is more expense, right? Like at the end of the day, when the work slows down, but the ceiling is here, and then the work slows down. Like now you're in the negatives, right? So what do you do for
I've
that?
seen that one. I've seen that one too. Let's hire more people because they're so busy and the AR keeps mounting up. We just need collections, so we're hiring more people to do collections. But guess what? What you needed was a system so that didn't happen, because hiring more people is not. And then what you said, it's so high, it's so expensive, right? You have all this extra stuff, but now your business slowed down.
And
And
you
then
can't
you have
help
all this.
getting out there, right? Like, I mean, we're up here in the Midwest. We got hit by this storm pretty harsh, and everyone's excited. It's like the biggest storm that we've had in like 2 or 3 years. And, things are booming and people are making money and people are expanding. But you're in the Florida market, right? You're in that South market where it's been kind of quiet as of late, right?
It's been dry. It's been
Yeah.
dry. We're praying for a storm. We're praying for anything. Nothing too bad, right?
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
enough.
Not where
Just
people are
enough.
dying, it's where people are. Yeah, yeah.
So it starts moving again. And I have been seeing, actually a lot of people have been calling me because they have let go of staff.
Mhm.
So now they need someone to help them with their back office because they're still busy, but they're not busy enough to hire on more staff. So it's happening, yeah.
And that's great. I mean, that's where you come in, because a team like yours is like pumped up, ready to go, like ready to, expand or come, pull up or pull back when needed, right? I mean, that's kind of is that how you run your company, how you support?
Yeah, so we're not a roofing VA. Like we're not a virtual assistant. No, 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 no. We're gonna handle your back office. You
Mhm.
just go out there and sell. From that moment that that contract is signed, the handoff comes off to OnTop Roof Support. We handle absolutely everything all the way to final collection of your invoice. So your money's gonna get there. We handle everything, the coordination, the scheduling, customer communication, absolutely everything. You just focus on selling. And that's how we help you scale because we free up your time.
I love that. I love that. It's like you're the roofing company's roofing company. Like, I love that.
I love it. I love it. So I'm in love with roofing. I absolutely love this industry because it's the same everywhere across the nation. It's the same. Roofing is the same. But every day you encounter a different problem and it's similar to the one before, but it's different. Does that
Yeah.
make sense?
Totally, totally. Like, I mean, we're on the marketing and lead gen side, right? So it's like the same thing. It's like you hear the same gripe over. It's like it's like a distant dream. Like, I kind of remember that. Like, oh yeah, you kind of remember it, but you don't, right?
So that's how roofing got me hooked. It's like, oh my God, there's so much chaos here. And I love to live in chaos. I thrive in chaos. So I'm like, bring it on, give it to me. Let me fix your company. Let me help you become the best version of yourself.
I love that. I love that. So what kind of chaos do you run into every day that you handle?
Wow. In my experience, I've encountered it all.
Yeah.
I've encountered it all. I walked into a company. This was right after the storm, the big one that we had recently here in Florida. Walked into this company and they had 3 branches. And across these 3 branches, when I walked in, they had 30 roofs loaded. 30 roofs loaded. They didn't know which roofs were loaded. They did not know if they had money on them. They didn't have permits on them, but they were loaded for some reason. So, yeah, that's like the craziest scenario that I walked into. I got that fixed right away. And I'm saying right away because of how much they were putting on roofs, but I had to fix this problem. That got solved pretty quickly. Within the first 2 months, that got solved. Money collected, roofs were on, people were happy, less homeowners calling. It died down. So that's what I love.
So I mean, how did you go in and solve that problem? Like, what did you do? Just you went in and hammered them for the money and made sure
No,
that
first of all, I had to know which roofs were loaded, right?
yeah, that's it. First, figure
That's
out where
the
it's at.
first one. Let's see where our money's at and let's see. Okay. So these roofs are loaded. Do we have money on them? If they were loaded, we had to collect that money. Homeowners understood. They understood.
Mhm.
Then why is my roof loaded 2 months before? When's my build going on? Oh, wait, I have to wait until I get a permit. That's just how it is. And we, we worked it out. But yeah, it was just definitely finding out. You have to compartmentalize, I guess that's how you say it.
Yeah.
So shrink it down. Let's focus on one problem at a time. That's how I live my life. One problem at a time. I can't handle everything together, but if I narrow it down problem by problem, day to day, it's gonna get solved.
That's a good way to deal with anything in life, right? I mean, if you look at things as a whole, you won't get out of bed in the morning, right? If you just start breaking it down, like, okay, like, what do we, A to B to all the way up to Z, right? Like, it's just, you don't want to go from A to Z. You want to go A to B, B to C, C to D. We do that a lot with marketing too. Like, hey, if you're going to bite this all off and, chew this all in one bite, it's like drinking from a fire hose sometimes, right? But yeah, when you do it one problem at a time, plus you have the experience and you're good at it. I mean, that's what you do. You're like the wolf, like the problem solver, right?
So it's funny because they would call me the fixer.
There
Marlene,
you go.
she's a fixer. I love fixing things. I love telling you, don't worry, I got it. Put your burden on me. That's
There you go.
that's how I always the way I've always walked into a company is I'm gonna love it and I'm gonna take care of it as if it were my own. That's how much heart I put into it. I see everyone's business as if it were my own, my baby. I want to see you grow.
Yeah,
Because your
you can tell you.
success, sorry, go ahead. No, your success is a reflection of me.
Hey,
So
personally, like I'm very similar. Like, I care too much. My brother, partner, he's always said like, you care too much. You care. Well, I mean, that's why I mean, I'm also a little bit older, right? I'm be turning 50 this year. I've been doing this for 25 plus years. So like, yeah, you care. You take ownership of people's problems and you get to know them. If you think about it, when you work with somebody, it's like a family, right? You're almost like married to that business. You're working with them 10, 12 hours a day for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 years, whatever it may be. That's a family. That's a relationship, right?
Sometimes you see them more than you see your
You do. Yeah. Yeah.
so many soccer games that I haven't been able to go to. It's because you're dealing with stuff. Yeah, I honestly, I really love the industry and I really love what I do.
Yeah, let's talk about that. So, I mean, the industry, like being a woman in roofing, a woman in construction, like what's that like? Like, how tough is that?
It's really tough. It's really tough walking into a company or walking in, yeah, into a company that has problems. And then you walk in the door and automatically they assume that they know more than you.
Yeah,
That's not how it goes. So you get underestimated a lot. So you have to prove yourself more than a man. It's the reality. Like you have to make an effort to prove yourself. And then if you're very assertive of yourself, then you get this connotation, you know?
yeah,
You'll get these words thrown around. I don't
yeah,
care. I have thick skin. I love it. Oh, you
yeah.
want
Thick skin,
try
right?
me. You doubt me? Try me.
Yeah,
Watch me do it. Watch me shut you up. And I love it. But after they see, after you walk into this and all these men, they see what you're capable of, you have their respect for forever.
yeah. You got to gain that, right? And I think as a man too, people are men especially. They're afraid to admit that what they're doing is not right or what they're doing is wrong. Like I'm always the proponent of I want to think like I'm doing everything wrong. So when I do something right, like I absolutely know about, you're like always trying to be better, always trying to have that future self in the forefront to try to achieve that. Do you think like it's a lot of it's ego?
It's definitely ego. It's definitely ego. But I want to tell you, like I'm a member of the National Women in Roofing Central
Mhm.
Florida Council, and it's amazing. We just came from this retreat, and it's so amazing to see how many women are in the industry. How many women are passionate about it? It's not, we're not the majority, obviously, but there's many women that own roofing companies and they get up there and they're with their hammer and they're swapping out shingles, they're putting on tiles. So we're getting there. We're getting there. And I think there's a shift because us women, it's an ego on our end.
Mhm.
We like to prove men wrong. We like to prove to men that we could do it too.
And the women are so good at that, proving men wrong, right? So why not make money off of it? And that's your whole business, right? You're like, I'm good at coming in and fixing all your screw ups. Like this is perfect. Like I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, talk a little bit more about the national. Like that's interesting. So you're heavy into that. You get to, these are like your colleagues. You get to bounce other ideas off of them. Like what's that like being in a group
It's
like that?
so amazing. It's so amazing because women love to share. So we found a great, let's say, us women, how we are, we found a great nail lady, right? So we'll
Yeah.
tell our friends, hey, go to this nail salon because we love them. So in
Mhm.
National Women in Roofing, we all came together, different aspects. I run operations. There's a few that have their own companies. There's one that's a huge commercial company. She owns a big one here in Florida and some of them are suppliers or they're marketers and we all come together and since we talk a lot and we share a lot, we're always networking and sharing each other. Hey, I need someone or I encountered this situation. Oh, call Marlene, she got you. Like she's been through it all, she could help you. And we're always networking and referring each other and counting on our support. We're a support system to help each other out in this industry.
I love that. Like a sisterhood. I love that.
It is a sorority, I call it.
And you kind of need that, right? Like I see a lot of people online, people on Facebook, and as a woman on Facebook posting and talking about yourself, like these poor ladies are getting beat up. Well, they're like questioning their character and questioning their marital relationships. It gets all weird and creepy, right?
Why?
Yeah.
Just
For
because
what?
you're a woman?
Yeah.
I
Well, women in the construction, like who cares? Like, I mean, to me, it's more welcoming. Like I want more women in the industry. It's easier to me. It seems like it's easier to deal with.
I think so too, but I think that's unfair that people are going on social media to just question someone's knowledge. You can't underestimate anyone at all, because I've been underestimated and I've been a firehouse. No, no, not with me. So it's like you just have to position yourself, but you can't underestimate anyone. Everyone deserves a shot. This industry's humongous.
Mhm.
There is room for absolutely everyone. So why not be more welcoming?
Exactly. And at the end of the day, people think that they're always in competition with the other roofer, the other construction guy, the other commercial roofer. In reality, you're in competition with the like a homeowner's dollar, right? So I mean, they don't want to not put a roof up because they want to go with somebody else. They want to not put the roof up right now because they want to go on vacation and take their kids on a vacation for the year instead of paying $20,000 for a roof.
Hmm.
You're not in direct there's so many roofing companies, there's so many homes out there, there's so many businesses out there. It's just a sliver of the pie when you really think about it.
I have seen some roofers refer other roofers. Isn't that beautiful? I've
Okay.
I've seen it. I've seen it. Hey, I'm too busy right now. My prices are not, and this is the owner. But work with this person. This person's absolutely great, and this person will take care of you. I've seen that.
Yeah. I
So
love that. There needs to be more of that, right? I mean,
there's so much business. I mean, how many homes are there in the country?
yeah, too many, that is for sure. So I love that. I hope anybody listening to this wants to join the sisterhood that you are in. Like, yeah, I mean, by all means, reach out to Marlene. I
Mhm.
love that.
Yeah.
What's the difference? Like you've got like the $2 million company and getting to that like 5 million. Like what's the system breakdown on that people are missing that's gonna
So
take you.
what I've seen with the 2 million versus the 5 million,
Mhm.
definitely there has to be a mind shift, because the $2 million a year, that owner is a one man show, wearing all the hats, extremely exhausted. He's missing birthdays, he's missing anniversaries, almost getting a divorce, right? And then the $5 million needs to, in order to scale to that 5 million, you need to have your systems in place. You have to change. You have to have clear handoffs, who owns what, and a lot of accountability in order for you to scale.
Oh, I
So
bet.
let's say a storm hits. If you don't have those systems in place, if you don't know, you don't have clear handoffs of what happens to the contract after it's sold. If a storm hits and all of a sudden you get this influx in business, you're going to have 30 roofs on.
Well, you're not gonna be able to fill them, right? I mean, you're gonna just bottleneck, right?
Definitely, because it depends on one person. One person can't handle it all. So you definitely, in order to scale into that 5 million, you have to have systems. And it's just small things. What you could do is you could every week run a report, so that owner, what they need to do is they could go ahead, start weekly, and just review what they're doing, review the revenue. Okay, these jobs were closed. Did our invoice go out in 48 hours? How much money was actually put in? What's my profit? You need to have that within 48 hours. Not you're going to bleed out all the cash. So it's just focusing, and it's not a big thing. It's just knowing what to do when and who owns what.
Mhm.
That's going to help you scale.
Yeah,
Just being organized.
yeah.
Just
So how is that $2 million guy missing that? Is it because they just don't have the systems? They don't have a CRM. They don't. They just don't.
You could have a CRM and not know how to use it. I've seen that one before.
Oh, we see that a lot. A lot of people buy software and they're like, "Great, I have this software," and then they never go. They never go back and use it. You know.
I've seen a lot of people that they think they'll start a roofing company
Hmm.
immediately without selling one roof. They'll hire an office person to answer the phones.
Hmm.
They'll get this software. They'll get other uniforms ready. You're already
Hmm.
spending so much money. You
Yeah.
haven't sold a roof. And you haven't even created a system. What happens? Okay, you sold the roof. You have these people, and then with the software, that's the funniest one. I had a client that they had their software, they used a very big one, and they didn't know how to use it. All they used it for, the only thing they used it for was to put in the homeowner's name, phone number, email address. That's it. Everything else was on their phones. Everything else.
It's like a $800 a month spreadsheet, pretty much at that point, right?
Correct. And then the funniest thing is that the owners or the office, let's call it the office did not have the communication with this homeowner. They only had their phone number. What if that sales rep decides to go to a different roofing company and take that business with him?
Yeah,
What do you
that's
have?
fun.
So that handoff has to be clear. I believe that you do your sales, hand it off to your office, back office helps, and it's, how would I say this? You have less chance of it getting stolen right off of you.
Yeah,
Stolen.
less friction too. I mean, easier systems, easier to automate. Like, even on the marketing side, people think like, oh, we do is marketing. Like, we create like internal notifications, handoffs. Somebody opened up this bid, this proposal this many times, and they alert the salespeople. Like, there's things that you could build inside these systems, and a lot of it's cooked in. Like, I know, like Job Nimbus and Rover and all these CRMs. A lot of it's cooked in, and
So
people
we
just don't
do,
have it. Not.
and that's how we work. It's based off of automations. It's based off of, hey, all these, we use the CRM to its full capacity, and we're more efficient that way because we're just right there constantly with the homeowner or with your client. We're constantly having these communications. Nothing falls through slips through the cracks because the CRM automatically lets you know, hey, this job is just right here, but you have to learn how to use it. You have to have someone that knows how to use the CRM so you could actually get your money's worth, right?
Yeah, and I mean, these CRMs are so big now too, right? They're all trying to outdo each other. Like I said, drinking from a fire hose, right? Like all you need is the basics, but it has so much. It's overwhelming. Makes you want to.
It's overwhelming, but they're now what they're doing. I love it that you could from one CRM you could send out your material orders to your preferred supply house. If they're all your measurements, you're getting them. Then from that measurement, you get your takeoff. It's so amazing. And it cuts down on stuff because the system does it for you. So it's pretty cool. I believe in AI. I believe in automations. I believe in using technology.
I mean, a lot of them now they have the AI cooked into it too. So it's like if you have a question, like boom, it's you just ask the AI, or you ask the AI and you attach it to their knowledge database, and it pulls from there, and it's going to help you out, right? Makes you become like a software engineer without having to know everything, right?
Oh, definitely. Definitely. So you don't have to, it's not rocket science, it's roofing. Trust me, you could get it. You could do it.
Exactly. I
There's
love
some
it.
states that you don't even have to be a licensed roofer to put on a roof. So it's not rocket science. Roofing is the same everywhere. It's just being more efficient to do it.
I love it. So to wrap this up, then, anybody that's listening right now that's in chaos, their business is in chaos, their roofing business is in chaos. I mean, what do they need to do to get a hold of you that you could fix it right now?
So definitely just reach out to us. Follow us on Instagram. OnTop Roof Support is our handle. You can reach out to us via email at connect@ontoproofsupport.com. Oh, and Facebook. It's just pretty much through social media.